Welcome to the Geek Attic. This is a book review of Star Wars Battlefront II Inferno Squad. Star Wars Battlefront II Inferno Squad is written by New York Times Bestselling Author Christie Golden. She's no stranger to the Star Wars universe. She also wrote the canon book Dark Disciple. Now this story takes place after the events of A New Hope. For those new to the channel, in my book reviews I like to give a brief spoiler-free summary, talk about a few characters, give my overall thoughts, and then rate the book. And now for a brief summary. Inferno Squad is an elite group of Imperials who were placed together to weed out bad eggs in the Empire. It was all sparked after the discovery that a scientist was ultimately responsible for creating the very weakness that caused the Death Star to be a vulnerable target. Therefore, the Empire needs to clean house, and that's exactly what Iden Versio and her team are going to do. The team is tasked with a difficult new mission, to infiltrate the extremist rebel group known as the Dreamers. This cell has direct ties to Saw Gerrera's partisan group. With their elite minds, they devise a risky plan to be naturally adopted into the cell. If successful, they will put an end to the rebels and save many lives within the Empire. Now let's talk about characters. As always, I like to briefly mention one or two. For this novel, I'll mention three. Iden Versio. She was a military child from Vardos, now grown. She starts off as a senior lieutenant in the Empire. She's smart, that's why she holds such a high rank, and climbing those ranks. And she's a young woman. Iden is loyal, hard-edged. She won't hesitate to complete her task no matter what. She is the leader of Inferno Squad. Up next is Gideon Hask. He's also an Imperial, part of Inferno Squad. He's a good friend of Iden, and in the past, they challenged each other to excel, to become the best of the best. Gideon's role within the Dreamers is a pivotal role. It all comes down to the success or failure on him. He's got to try to instill doubt within the cell, try to turn them on each other. And finally, Staven. He's a dreamer, determined to bring down the Empire. He's aggressive, fueled by the passion of the loved ones lost. His quest for justice against the Empire is cruel and extreme. His tactics would be seen as vile to both the Rebel Alliance and the Empire. And now for my overall thoughts. Wow, this book is a must-read. Christie Golden just knocks it out of the park. The book is a tie-in to the upcoming video game Battlefront II. Inferno Squad sets the bar in Star Wars literature. It's so captivating, so surprising. This novel is pretty much Star Wars meets Donnie Brasco. It's a mafia-type film. Or Star Wars meets The Departed. You know, when you get those FBI agents that just got to get into the mafia and try to figure things out. It's kind of like that. Why is this novel so short? I want more. There were some time jumps that could have been fleshed out a little bit more. The characters were outstanding, the chemistry between them, outstanding. I was so invested in the story and the characters. This book had my heart racing from page 1 to the end. I loved it so much. I haven't stayed up past midnight in a long time just reading a book. Thank you, Del Rey. Thank you, Christie Golden, for putting out this story. I honestly didn't expect that much, didn't expect it to be that good. I've learned to tame my expectations with these books. We'd get a good book, followed by some mediocre books, a real stinker, and then more good books. This one is top-notch. I highly recommend you pick up this book. It'll keep your blood pumping, and it'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So I suggest you either lay down and read it, or just, be tense on the edge of your seat the entire time. Whatever. Now for the rating, I give this book a 5 out of 5. I highly recommend you go pick this book up and start reading. I loved it. Like I said, it sets a new bar in Star Wars literature. It's so great, so surprising. That's it for this video. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already so be notified when I post more videos. Follow me on all social media at The Geek Attic and visit thegeeksattic.com. Have a good one.